Hello everyone, it's Crazy Mike 1706. Forgive me that my nose is kind of stuffy, and I know some people are going to be pissed off because I haven't been making vids in a while, but guys, understand that I needed a new computer and I went through a lot of headache and heartache to try to get it. Now, I want to talk about the race and the gay issues in this country because it seems like you're either racist or gay for any reason without qualifications, and it just makes absolutely no kind of sense. As a Latin American, I can tell you that in a lot of Latin American countries, there's nothing wrong with referring to someone as gringo, which means white or light skin. I mean, in some countries there is a political meaning, but for general purposes, that's what it means. There's nothing wrong with referring to someone as moreno or negro, which means black, negro. There's nothing wrong with referring to someone as trigueño or indio, which means like brown skin or Indian descent. And it seems like in this country, if you refer to somebody by their race or their ethnic group, you're labeled a racist automatically for no reason. That makes no sense. Now, I understand if you see a guy walking down the street and you're like, oh man, that white piece of crap, or if you're like, oh man, that dirty black guy, then yeah, of course, in that sense it's being racist. But if you ask someone to describe someone else and they're describing them by their race or their ethnic group, that's all they really have to go off of. So you can't really call that person racist just for that. But again, only in this country. Another major issue I'm having is one of my friends, he had a disagreement with someone else on professional wrestling, and he's Caucasian and Native American, and so just because he had a disagreement, he's being labeled a racist. And that's a problem I'm having. Just because two people are of a different race and they disagree with each other on science, on sports, or anything, how does that make one person racist? It's nonsensical. I want everybody to right now type in your definition of racist. What do you think a racist is? How do you see racist? Another misconception is the Confederate flag. People look at the Confederate flag and they're thinking, oh my God, anyone who wears that, you're a racist, you're anti-American, you're a piece of garbage. No, the Confederate flag, what it means is Southern pride. Just because you're proud of being from the South doesn't mean you're a racist. But again, I don't know where people get this wacky ideology from. See, racism is the belief that your race is superior to above all others. Racism also has to do with hatred of other race and ethnic groups, That's basically what it comes down to. And again, just because certain people have pride in their countries and where they're from, that doesn't mean that they hate other racist groups. A lot of times you have immigrants come to the United States and they still have the flags of their country of origin in their country, and a lot of Americans take that as a threat. I am American, by the way. A lot of Americans take that as a threat, like, oh my goodness, they're being anti-American. And no, they're not. Again, they're just showing pride where they're from. I have both the Dominican and the American flag on my background picture. Does that mean that I hate other countries? No, of course it doesn't. In fact, I encourage people to try to communicate with others around the world, as you will learn more. There is probably more that I want to touch upon on that, but I think, I've said enough. At least I hope I have. Now the gay issue. This is another thing that's really getting ridiculous, man. This giant homophobia running around. Let me explain something to a lot of you guys, and some of you guys will know this a lot more than I do. Back in the 80s, okay, bands could wear makeup, could wear the tightest jeans you could possibly find, could spend hours doing their hair and being feminine, and still get laid like crazy, and their sexuality will never, ever get questioned. Nowadays, you're gay because you wear clothes that fit you. Nowadays, it's gay because you want to take care of yourself a little bit more. And while I was in Houston, we met up with these kids, with these other guys, and they didn't want to share beds with each other because they felt, oh, that's gay. How is it gay, man? There's nothing wrong with sharing a bed with another dude as long as it's big enough, and as long as you guys are not poking each other, you know what I mean? What's so gay about it? I mean, seriously, I always thought that being gay was if someone from a certain sex, has relations with another person from the same sex, or just doesn't like the opposite sex. That's my opinion of being gay. But it seems like now everyone's gay for whatever freaking reason, Okay, so what if you're wearing clothes that fits you? That you're supposed to wear clothes that fits you, you know what I mean? That's just how it is. But again, man, we live in such a stupid society. I really don't even know what to say anymore. So just to wrap things up, guys, I mean, please let's be more open-minded about these things. And in case you guys are wondering, I am a straight male. It's just that I am open-minded, and I'm also the kind of person that I'm not really prejudiced or racist or whatnot. But I will say this, I think that every single person in this world is prejudiced to an extent. The reason why I say that is because prejudice is there's a difference between prejudice and racist. Prejudice is when you have, like, let's say if you believe all Asians are good at math. That's prejudice, you know. I mean, well, it's a good stereotype, but that's being prejudiced. So why is it prejudice? Why is that not racist? Because you're not saying that you're better than a certain group. You're not exactly hating on a certain group. It's just a certain belief, you know. And I think that everyone in this world is prejudiced to a certain extent, because by you not knowing about every country in the world, which most people don't, you're kind of going off of what you see on television. You're kind of going off of the little that you know. So in some ways you are prejudiced. And to me, there's nothing wrong with one day getting pissed off and you bringing up the fact, oh man, you know, that this person, you know, that person. Everyone says things they don't mean when they're pissed off. But in any event, it is Crazy Mike 1706. Horns up.